What up, guys? It is your boy Kevin Yee, and today is a Saturday where I'm actually going to be moving, and it's going to be very interesting. I only have about 20 more days here in beautiful California. I just got my Vietnamese coffee, red and rose mead. It's called Banh Mi Saigon. I always go here for morning coffee. Recently, I've been just drinking a lot of coffee, and I got addicted again. But I'm planning to go on a huge fast. Anyways, I wanted to kind of go behind the thoughts and feelings about how I'm moving. But first, let's coffee this up. Pretty damn good. So if you've never been to my apartment, I'm actually in the middle of moving. You see all these boxes, towels, and all this sort of stuff. But this is actually my small apartment, and it's almost like 300 square feet, I believe. But so let me give you the house tour of what I have. I have my shower, and the first thing when you walk in the door is like a sink and all that sort of stuff. So I don't have that much stuff on my coffee up here in the bathroom, pretty disgusting. I actually have a laundry machine, which I'm trying to sell. Got some trash over here that I got to throw out. So this is my humble abode, and this morning I actually was packing stuff. So it's really, really small. Like I literally, that's the bed I sleep on every single day. And I've been literally, well, if you can't tell, I've been clearing out all my cabinets and stuff like that. I have a reverse osmosis filter. I'm trying to sell that Brita filter at the moment. But this is where all the magic happens. This is what you see behind the scenes. Obviously, this is not cleaned up at all. And plus, I have all my books, which I packed up over here. And then I have more books just for now. But I gotta pack these up and get them ready to go too. Well, let's turn on some lighting first. And this is the angle that you guys see all the time. And so I shoot diagonally, so I have a lot of room. But in terms of how I've been feeling, honestly, about the move, it's been really, really rough. I feel like right now, especially with the death of my friend, the recent loss of my friend, also like the recent breakup I'm going through, and kind of leaving here unexpectedly as well. It's just been very, very overwhelming, and I can't help but feel that sometimes. I just feel very lonely, and I feel like I'm losing everything in my life, including my relationships, the friends I've met over here in California. I'm getting back my health in terms of fitness and all that sort of stuff, but it definitely has not been easy these last few months for me. And there's been a lot of times more recently where I've been thinking like, should I really continue like with my life? Not suicidal idealization, but what's the point of all this, right? Is this really worth it? And so as I'm going through everything, I have these constant thoughts. Not necessarily suicidal ideation, but what is the point of all this? You know, I really thought I wanted to, I was moving toward the path of, commitment and getting my stuff straightened out in terms of therapy and my emotional side as well. But more recently, it's just been very, very, I just realized how tough it is sometimes. So some of the thoughts that have been on my mind more recently is for example, my relationship. More recently, I started doing therapy about half a year ago. It's been helping me a lot process old emotions and rethink old patterns that I'm having. I'm going through a breakup course. I have a business coach, and I have all these different things that really help me. And just right when I thought I was kind of being the man that I really wanted to be, I felt like I had everything taken away from me. And even though, whether that's true or not, whether that's actual reality, I can't help but feel this way, to be honest with you. I tell myself, yeah, Kevin, in Vegas, you're going to have a new life. You're going to be very financially set up. You're going to have all these adventures and stuff too. You're going to have freedom to travel wherever you want and do all this. But sometimes I ask myself, what is the point if I'm spending all this time by myself? More recently, as I'm getting closer to leaving LA, I realize that it's so hard for me to kind of reach out for help, ask people for help, and ask people and just really have a real talk with people. It's different, because I feel like at work and whatever I do, I always try to be at the top of my game, always super responsible, but it's been really burning me out quite a bit. And so as I'm packing up my stuff, ready to go to Vegas, yeah, it just hasn't been that easy. It just really has not been that easy. And I just think about how much I'll miss this place and kind of like the ending of my relationship as well. Because, you know, sometimes in life, we just don't get second chances. And for me, that's always really hard because for me, I try to always be very compassionate toward people and I do my best. I'm not perfect. I try to be very kind, but it just sucks facing reality sometimes when someone you care about doesn't feel the same way that you do. And all these insecurities come out as myself. Don't get me wrong, I've been learning a lot about the relationships I want, like making sure that I'm always building like a great relationship is built, not found. Also learning that expectations can't be set without clear communication, and also learning that, you know, that missing X factor that I felt in my previous relationship was due to assertiveness, like making sure that my partner has their own opinion too. And it's not, I wouldn't say like lack of respect, that's not the word, but I appreciate that very nurturing side and the assertiveness as well. And so those are some of my thoughts as I'm packing up for LA. I really can't believe that I'm leaving LA after 8 years, but I just feel like it's, I don't know if you want to call it God or the universe, but I feel like it's the next step in my life and it's something I need to do. And it's been really hard going through everything in my apartment, just clearing things out, getting rid of old things like pictures with my ex and stuff in the past, and just saying goodbye to all of this too. I've been minimalizing a lot of my stuff and getting rid of a lot of my stuff too, so it's a new chapter, you know, and if you guys are going through a new chapter too. So I got cut off, but like I was saying, I'm going to miss a lot of things. I'm going to miss my gym, my jiu-jitsu gym. I'm going to miss, you know, working out at Barbell Brigade. I'm going to miss like just being stuck in traffic. And this is where I actually, you know, when I first came to California, this is actually where I got started. I got my first major job here. I set up my career as a pharmacist, and I also left here too. And who can forget all the Asian food here too? It is so bomb, and being next to the beach, which I never really went to, by the way, I rarely ever went to, and the ABGs. But on the real though, I think the most thing I will miss about California are just all my friends. To get a little deep for a second, well, to give you a little bit more context, growing up I never had that many friends, and it was only more of a recent thing where I was able to make so many friends. And people say that LA, it's always the place where it's like you meet fake people and stuff, but personally I've never had that problem. I've actually met some of the best people out here. And I guess what kind of scares me honestly is like, what's next? What comes next after this too? You know, will I find a life partner? Will I be more successful in my business? Will I travel around the world? I have all these what if questions, and not gonna lie, at 33 years old, I feel like I'm that 23-year-old trying to figure out my life all over again. Because I was set to go on this corporate path, this straight path, but I turned away from it, and I sometimes feel like I'm starting over, right? I'm like, I went back to go forward. So those are just my thoughts. So I'm pretty much packing what you see in this room in a U-Haul, and I'm going off. So if those that are watching, if you guys have any suggestions of things to do in Vegas, or maybe you're in Vegas, you want to slide through my DMs and meet up, just let me know. But I will be back here in California maybe twice a month. I still want to train at 10 Planet Jiu-Jitsu. It's one of my favorite places in the world. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Make sure to subscribe if you want to stay tuned with my journey. Make sure to subscribe to this channel. Otherwise, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.